Episode 33.
Episode 33.
2 weeks of Weebdom. So how we doing?
Good. New phone, new life.
Yes. Busy week.
Indeed.
Finally finished PunPun. Oyasumi PunPun
Nice.
is checked off on my completed list. And, I recommend it. I mean, it's obviously very different than most things. You know what I mean? It's very hyper realistic.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's just, even that doesn't do justice. It's just realism, the story, and depression, the story, and PunPun's struggle with depression and the craziness that happens in his life. And yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, if you weren't planning to read it, I'd talk about the whole thing. But I know that you're actively planning and recently had read a chapter, so I don't want to spoil you on that. So I think that the ending was different than what I was expecting, but I was okay with it. It was a solid ending. Not that it's a good ending or a bad ending. Not saying that it's not good or bad literally.
Yeah.
Like
quality.
Little, not literally. The little book word. I don't know.
Literarily.
Yes, that one. Thank you. Sorry, I was struggling with that. But it makes sense for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I banged out the last, I think it was 30 chapters I had left. So I just fucking full steam bore. Crushed it. And the artwork, man, is just so fucking good. And I just, without spoiling, like I said, just say that it's a good read, and anyone that would want a good story should check it out. You know, PunPun struggles pretty hard in life with a myriad of different things that happen to him throughout his life, and yeah, read PunPun to see where that goes. Yeah, and I'm sure it's so hard to talk about anything without because it's a realism story and everything's about daily life in PunPun. Just talking about the events is the spoiler part, you know what I mean? Because at where you are, I think you have like literally maybe 3 more characters to meet, and you'll meet everyone that's in the whole story. Yeah. That's notable, you know what I mean? There's obviously some random side characters that you don't give a fuck about. Yeah. But there's 3 people in my mind I can think of right now that you'll meet that have some kind of impact on the story. You know what I mean? It's just I know roughly where you are, and they're not there yet. So. Yeah. But
the rare spoiler-free on the Dukes of Weebdom.
Yes, the rare spoiler-free, because Kuhaku over here needs to check it out and get on it.
Oh, I actually didn't have that re-downloaded.
What's that?
Oh, no.
What?
The app I was using is no longer available.
For?
PunPun, Record of Ragnarok.
Oh. Was it just so long that you haven't used it on your other phone?
No. I think I went to re-download it. It said it's not in the App Store.
Oh, so...
Yeah, I need a new... I'll find another source. That's sure.
I've read it on the browser, so... The struggle bus. Because all the ads end up... what do you call it? The ads... just pop up over the next chapter buttons. It's like you gotta try and close the ad, and it's just it's just not fun. But that's PunPun for you. So, what about you? You do any major reading this week?
Just the regular stuff.
Just regular stuff.
Which I did get all of the regular stuff in.
I'm destined to be 1 chapter behind in the Kagura Bachi.
Wait, are you still a chapter behind?
I didn't read chapter 3. No, I read chapter 2 yesterday, or the day before yesterday. But yeah,
Right, screenshots
of chapter 3.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I failed you.
How did you?
I've read everything else.
Big Sag.
I think. Got me just second guessing myself here. Pretty sure I did.
I'm gonna say this knowing full well the answer. Sakamoto.
Well, hey, I read all the PunPun. All right, I had no time for Sakamoto.
Like I said, I knew full well. Your definition of everything is interesting.
Yeah, there's nothing in my. Just Kagura Bachi. That is chapter 3. It came out yesterday too. All right.
Yeah,
so
with everything else.
I'm a day.
With all the other stuff that you read.
I'm a day behind. That's it. Just one day. It's not that bad. Maybe. But yes. Do you want to talk about the current letdown of the century?
I don't know I don't know what you're let down by.
Or underwhelmed by?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. I didn't feel that strongly about it, though. I do love that people were sharing this picture of him looking like fucking Hubert, being like, "This your boy," to different Kashimo fans.
Oh. I don't know, it just... Oh, by the way, before we get into it, how did you like this chapter?
It was alright. I thought it was
quite a bit of exposition in this one.
No, this isn't the kind of shit that I like. I mean, there was where's the moment it did bother me? There was a moment it did bother me.
I don't know, just...
Oh, yeah, here's, like, the kind of, where it was, like, hitting me with, like, the 2-page hit. It bothered me when it says things that they could just show me and were showing me, first of all. Like, to get to the root of why it bothers me. Like this one. Sukuna has a way to repair flesh only once, besides reverse curse technique. He could do so by resuming transformation as the... curse fleshly blah blah blah. You showed me this at the same time. I really didn't need all of this. That's why it bothers me. But for the most part, no. I was wondering all week, because no one shared the pictures, but everyone was talking Hakuri versus Uruume, and I had no clue why. And then this chapter starts, I'm like, that's why.
This is the last page is the only of like Sukuna taking on his forearm page. That's the only spoiler I saw going on.
Oh. Yeah, I saw his form, and I saw him like holding the weapon and stuff, and I saw Cubert.
I have no idea what the fuck that weapon is, though. Should I know what that is?
It's some weapon that like a Hindu god has. I want to say Shiva.
It's obviously a cursed tool.
Yeah, and also thank you narration is what Yorozu made for him.
It's got lightning on the end of it.
That's why the narrator had to tell us that Kashimo is resistant to electricity, which I also could have assumed.
Yeah, I would think so too. He's called the Thunder God or Lightning God?
Yeah,
and it's like,
but like it
comes with the territory.
Like I love the frozen star known as Uruume. Like that's dope ass narration. Like it's not always the narrator's fault.
It's like, first off, why is I was like, the whole starting conversation of being like, Sukuna, tell me, please. Must we always be lonely at the top? It's like, bro, chill. You came here to fight him, not to talk to him.
Yeah.
Fight him.
Well, maybe he's fighting him for an answer.
I feel bad for Uruume, though.
No, I feel bad for Hakuri.
About to get these hands.
No, I feel bad for Hakuri. I think this is the worst matchup of the century.
How so?
He doesn't have any, like, energy beams. Having all this reverse curse technique immortality is going to matter jack shit when you're in a block of ice as thick as, like, Uruume can fucking make.
True.
He'll just be there healing.
Well, it depends on what happens later in the fight, because right now, Hakuri like, domain expansion, ice formation. Is ice formation his domain expansion?
No, but we've seen his domain. It puts him in a place where he can one-on-one fight you. It doesn't make you unable to use your curse technique. Urumi can still make ice in his domain. If it's smaller of an arena, that's worse for him in my mind.
Well, yeah, because Hakuri was just throwing hands
when
he was against Kashimo.
He had to lead Kashimo to water through his domain to even finish him off.
Yeah, so he doesn't even have, like, a sure hit technique in there.
No, he has the doors thing, but is that going to get him out of the ice?
Yeah,
I think it's a horrible matchup, and everyone's, like, hyping up, like, oh, man. Well, some people are like, if Hakuri loses this, then his fandom's done.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
I thought it was just the worst.
Yeah. I like it because it gets two characters I don't really care too much about to go fight each other over there in the corner.
Yeah, but we're going to have to watch it.
Yeah.
They're not going to off-screen that. I kind of hope they don't. I do want to see it.
Yeah, same. Kinda. But I'm more interested in the people that aren't here right now, Yuta and Yuji.
Are they heading to the scene?
Or
watching? Are they going to peanut gallery this one now?
With Maki. And the other people that are there.
So many.
There's so many people there.
I think you could say, is there any one specifically you were interested in there? Because there's like 12 people still there.
So, like, I would assume, are hanging back for whatever Kenjaku is going to be doing.
Yeah, because it should be Ui, Mei, Kusakabe, Yuta Yuji, Shoko.
Did you say Maki?
Maki, because I definitely didn't say Maki. Oh, God, what is your name? Witch Broom Girl.
Oh, yeah. Witch Broom Girl.
Miwa. Panda. Higuruma.
It's 11.
We're still more. I know there's more.
The old guitar dude.
Oh, no.
He's not
him and What's-Her-Face are still MIA.
Yep.
I had one on the tip of my tongue, though.
I'm sure Shoko's somewhere around there.
Hakuri's girlfriend.
We're not counting her.
No, she's there. She has a curse technique.
She ain't gonna be fighting.
Ijichi's there. He's the one I won't count, because he's just like a intel guy.
Yeah.
I know there's more, sadly.
It's okay.
We're at 12. That's 12 people hanging back and chilling there talking.
Good guess on the random number throw.
Right.
But, I don't know. Kenjaku will come around.
And fight 12 people at once.
Well, not really. He's going to fight 4 people because the other ones aren't going to fucking do anything.
Oh, no, man. Kirara's curse technique, I forgot how it even works. It was that one where you can't approach certain people based on how she marks them. That's a lot of... Curse techniques are complicated. That's a lot for Kenjaku to try to figure out at once.
Well, I was also just thinking, if he can't approach, say, Ui, and Ui just stands back and just starts teleporting people.
Yeah.
And
I mean, obviously he's going to try to gravity everyone, but there's also obviously limitations.
I would say teleportation handles gravity pretty well.
Yeah, get them out of there.
Let's not crush them. Or if they're being pulled into something, teleport them over there.
Though the fact does still remain, too, Kashimo's not going to beat Sukuna. So, someone else is going to be jumping in on that fight, too.
I don't think Sukuna is approaching his final battle until either Yuji or Yuta steps in to fight him.
There.
Yeah.
Also, what's going to happen to Megumi?
Oh, he's fucked.
I mean, I called it the moment he lost his body that he was fucked, but...
I thought that Gojo was gonna... Well, I mean, Gojo had some kind of plan to try and get him out, but Gojo ain't around anymore. Dude, the copium is
the Gojo copium in the air?
Fierce right now. People are just trying so bad to say that Gojo's still alive.
It feels like forever since the last chapter, because I did see a lot of posts like that being like, is there going to be a revival? Are they going to revive Jojo?
Jojo.
Jojos don't need reviving.
There was because they were saying one thing because the chapter starts with in the death world or whatever, and he's saying hi to everyone.
Yeah.
But then he leaves and says goodbye. So that's what they're holding at. So it's like,
oh, that's their copium.
That's their
Why
copium.
would he stay there with all the dead people? Or is everyone else alive then?
Yeah. I do loathe it. More of I think about it, I loathe the fact that it was off-screened.
Again, it was really weird. Like, no, I didn't need to see him specifically cut, but I need a panel implying an attack happened.
Yeah,
it literally went from him grinning, being like, "I won,"
and Sukuna being like,
to his
scared
final
little girl.
thoughts.
Yeah,
I just wanted to at least see like a wave of an arm. Someone did an edit where it put in one panel of just the black with like a white slash, like how it sometimes says for cleave, and then to be continued. Beautiful. Mwah. That's all I need. I need an implication of a frame in between these.
Why I don't like it too? Because it almost insinuates
he could have done it whenever.
Yes, but because if you looked at this and you like, if I was reading both of these chapters, like if I didn't have the time to like soak in the hollow purple, before, you would almost think like Gojo coming down thinking he won would be like a him not hallucinated but thinking that he won, but then it's like, oh, flash, nope, he's actually
on the ground.
Yeah, that's kind of how like it could seem if you're reading, like you're binging it and you're just reading through it.
You just imagine using hollow purple.
Well, not that but like the whole aftermath of like him coming down and standing in front of fucking Sukuna's missing an arm, half his face.
Yeah.
His whole body, he's all fucked up.
And I needed a model for victory.
Yeah, and then this whole chapter, Sukuna is in like peak form now. He like all his stuff's healed. It's like
because he took fleshly form again. He
took 2 hollow purples to the face and like reds and all these other simple domain punches and all this shit.
That's what the narrator had to tell us. He had another full heal. He needed to explain the mechanics of it.
Sukuna better not have full healed. He better have damage
That's
to him.
what the narrator said.
Well, the flesh thing, because
no, it said he had a full restoration.
Better not be.
Sukuna has a way to repair flesh only once besides reverse curse technique. He could do so by transformation.
Well, brain damage is flesh, though.
Yep.
It's such bullshit, though. I'm honestly just not liking the way Gege's handling this whole thing with Gojo.
Again, I feel like he keeps skipping shit. Like,
well, that and
I feel like he's been skipping shit since Angel. You bring in the U.S. forces, and then you, like, hand-wave them away after a chapter break, and then we come back, and they're literally just like, poof.
Yeah, it never happened. Angel's MIA, she's literally just a placeholder.
Sorry, 13. 13 people there. Angel.
Yeah. She's a placeholder. She's a placeholder to get Gojo out, which then Gojo being released means nothing. Because all you did was bring him to die, and then Sukuna...
Set a date and die.
Sukuna didn't have anything. If Sukuna whips out Malevolent Shrine again, it's just bad writing at this point. Because it means...
His brain's all better now.
It just means that the whole fight with Gojo literally meant nothing. Gojo did nothing to aid in the defeat of Sukuna, if that's the case. If he whips out he destroyed...
He just gave him an orgasm and left.
Yeah, he destroyed Malevolent Shrine. Crumpled it. So that should mean, because what is Yuji gonna do against Malevolent Shrine?
Oh, what is any of them are gonna do against Malevolent Shrine?
Gojo's protected.
Maki can stay outside of it and not go in, but the moment she does, she's dead.
Well, can she though? Because it's the opposite. He doesn't make a barrier; he makes it into the world. So can Maki stay out of that?
I think it's still said separately because so much narration to remember that like she chooses to enter, and like B like consents to like the domain's effects. But I don't think she could interact with it if she doesn't. Okay,
but then even regardless, I mean, she's got to get in close to Sukuna.
Yeah.
I love Maki, but she ain't taking Sukuna.
No.
This is not happening. And like I said, Yuji's a fist beat him up. He ain't doing shit. The only reason he lived through Malevolent Shrine the last time was because Megumin held Sukuna back because it was 3 seconds after he took his body, so he didn't have...
So he did have some sort of boost in that fight still. He was...
Oh, no. People like to shit on Yuji because he has...
Ass.
People like to shit on Yuji because he doesn't have, like, this fancy curse technique shit.
He doesn't have any curse technique.
Well, he does. We just don't know what it is. He's used it twice.
Yeah.
But...
Unless that was going to be some sort of gay fever dream, too. That would be hilarious.
Dude, when he went into that rage mode shit onto Sukuna and punched a fucking skyscraper out of existence and then, like, catapulted and jumped off, and I was like, Yuji's the last person I want to take a punch from. I would take a punch from Gojo before Yuji.
For sure.
And everyone was trying to hype up Gojo's punches. Was it Hakari and Yuta? Or was it Yuta and...
it's definitely Yuta.
It was Yuta and somebody else about how they took a punch from him and vomited or whatever from Gojo. But I'm like, I would still take that over fucking Yuji any day. I've seen what Yuji does when he gets hands on people. You know what I mean?
It's going to be so funny if Gege forgets about the whole body swapping chapter. That'll make me laugh. It would be the ultimate Gege forgot. Yeah. Be the last proof I need.
There's like a lot of hidden threads, but I know I'm dwelling on it, but I just hate that Gojo was brought here just to die.
Yeah.
If well, not necessarily.
Die and train Yuji a tiny bit.
If Malevolent Shrine is broken to the point where Sukuna can't use it for the remainder of
that'll be something.
It'd be like something. Okay, you needed Limitless to protect against Malevolent Shrine to then break it so that everyone else has a fighting chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be nice.
But at the same time, now that I just say that, Sukuna used Cleave to kill Gojo.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily the domain.
True.
It's just him using Cleave.
Yeah, you're right. It's just this thing you don't
sorry, don't be sorry, because it's a lot.
It is. But, again, like, even Rika, what's Rika going to do?
I'm
Rika's
wondering.
big and slow.
I was also wondering if they did give Yuta Gojo's technique.
Well, I hope so.
When they said
dope.
Yuta's the insurance, I'm hoping it's more than just because he's the second strongest.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there was something more to that line there. Because theoretically, if it is just that Rika has to eat something of the person, just feed her a little bit of everybody besides Maki.
Gojo already showed that he can get his arm cut off and grow it back, so just have Rika bite his fucking arm off and grow it back.
Just a finger. Just give
whatever.
Everyone, except for Yuji and Maki.
You know, it would actually be fucking sick if they fed the last Sukuna finger to
I heard
Rika.
someone say that too. I don't remember who. That would be incredible. Because they
Yuta
theorized Gojo had it.
Well, yeah, because they're like, I think he'd keep it on his person or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like,
That would be amazing.
Yuta rolls up and just cleaves at fucking Sukuna.
Well, imagine if he gets the whole package, whatever Sukuna's doing to use other curse techniques too. Imagine if he gets that whole package too. Just like shrine, fire arrow, curse speech. Cleave. So I want to see Yuta domain.
Because I think that it makes sense for Yuta to go against Sukuna and not Kenjaku, because we've already had Yuta versus Gedo.
It's true, but that's proof of why they should throw him up against Kenjaku at the same time. Like Gojo said, someone's beaten that body.
Yeah.
And I'm still very focused on that line very early on where, it's a moot point now, where Yuta's like, it would be awful for Gojo to have to kill his best friend again. I'll be the one to kill Kenjaku. So I've been always focused on that as like a setup for him being in the Kenjaku fight, but he could still be both. Why not both?
I guess so, yeah.
But I really feel like he should be there for the Kenjaku one if it was a and/or.
Yep.
For a narrative standpoint, obviously, power standpoint, Yuta is the second strongest sorcerer. He should be in line for the Sukuna fight.
super weird story, and I probably just missed like a fucking narration. Did they explain how they evacuated the city before Gojo went there to fight Sukuna?
No, I mean, they're probably all fucked. It was inside the culling games. Still.
Yeah, okay. Because I was just thinking that. It's like, is this the start
you
of the
brought me to a random thought, though.
Oh.
Do you remember?
Do I remember?
It was like, before Gojo was coming back, but after Kenjaku realized he was coming back, where he said, like, he forced his Kogane to make an extra rule where new players couldn't enter the culling games.
Yes.
Because he forced it into, like, a contradiction to get it to make the rule, which was all pointless.
Yeah.
That was just fluff.
Yeah, wasn't it their way of trying to keep Gojo out?
That's what I thought. That was just gone, because how did Mei Mei, Ui, all these other fuckers join after that moment?
Yeah.
Including Gojo. Well, that whole thing's a moot point now.
Well, didn't the Cullen games officially end, though?
Did it? Because
I could have sworn
supposed to make some sort of monster out of all this energy. Did it end?
I don't know. And, well, because actually, there's still so many questions. What is Kenjaku's main goal here?
To make a meatball.
What are they doing with Tengen?
Oh, who fucking knows? I saw someone say Tengen stocks today, and it made me laugh. Tengen's gone. Tengen's dead. Who's putting stocks in Tengen?
Yeah. Well, did they kill him, or they just... Well, they just...
He's like... I think he's under curse manipulation from Kenjaku.
Oh, well,
to be
yeah.
technical.
Yeah, definitely. Because he ripped him out of the fucking tree or wherever he was. And
then the next thing we know, he's just chatting it up. Just so he could exposit at the audience somewhere. No, actually, there were some good lines with the Kenjaku Tengen stuff. I'll give Gege that.
Well, also, yeah, because...
The I have
Tengen
lived line went
Tengen
hard.
Literally is just, at this point, a cursed spirit.
Yeah.
Because he's been lived so long, switching bodies and shit.
Otherwise, I feel like Gege completely lost the plot.
I just hated the whole premise of the Cullen game aspect of that thing, so it was
I
losing
would have
me.
liked it if the payoff was good, but we're in such a weird place now.
Because when I caught up to JJK, what was the current fight? It was in the Cullen games, obviously, but it was...
Higuruma Yuji? Maybe Reggie Megami?
I think it was Megami versus that dude.
Because Yuta was right after that. The Yuta Sendai colony beat him up.
Yeah, I was reading that weekly. I think I caught up right when Megami was going to start his fight in the gymnasium or whatever with that dude.
Yeah, he led Reggie to the gymnasium.
Yeah, I think it was that fight that I caught up to.
So he could do his domain.
And when I was up to that point and before, everything the Cullen games was just like a slog for me to get through.
I liked Higuruma. Reggie was kind of, I was like, and then the Yuta fight was just like...
Well, even the setup to the current Cullen games where they had to go get Hakuri.
Yeah, that one, I've completely fever dreamed that one out of my mind.
I forgot Hakuri was a thing until he came back again, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy again? I was like, oh, this is the guy they went and got.
The third
grabbed.
strongest.
And I was just like, cool.
So, I also completely forgot Kirara's technique.
Where?
That was a good arc too, though, because Panda's in a fight club. That's something. Fucking Panda. Somewhere where we start these back-to-back fights, though, the plot just kind of completely went off the rails.
Went off somewhere. Hopefully, Gege can reel it back in.
I think that Angel chapter, again, is where I got to really throw that dart on, because everything else I could excuse. I could excuse the Maki fight even, which was kind of boring to me. Mm-hmm. And where she had the sumo wrestle match in the middle of the fight. I could forgive all that because the plot was still moving forward. But that Angel chapter and the soldiers, it really just felt like he was like scrambling to make some of his threads make sense now.
Yeah.
Or make them relevant. It was like Kingdom Hearts thing. You have all these threads. You're like, no, because it's not. Because the soldiers weren't important. The soldiers were literally nothing.
They seemed like they were going to be huge. The chapter they were introduced, they did so much setup. I think it was like 2 chapters leading up to it.
Yeah, because Kenjaku's talking to these world leaders.
The flashback before the Cullen games, or before Shibuya started, rather, of him going around building this up.
Yep.
Then the Cullen games happened, and the U.S. military storms through the Cullen games. But all of that amounted to just add in more meat bags into the Cullen games to die. That's literally what it all was. It's like, then why spend 3 chapters of build-up for it just to say at the end so that they can all die?
Yep.
And then you
in
move
the
on.
weirdest goddamn ways. And then to have that really awful panel of Angel and the soldier doing, like, what is it, the creation of David? Whatever, the painting.
Oh, yeah.
Or the creation of Adam. The,
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Very, very. I don't know.
Give Gege a nap. Let Gege rest a month.
Right. Come back.
Because I bet it would be, if anything, from overworking.
Maybe.
He had a really good plot at some point.
We're just going to have to put our hopes in and...
See how it goes. There's still some really good fights that could happen here, so... It could all turn around.
Well, as you said through this whole thing, you know, fights aren't everything, so...
Yeah. I'm saying the fights are going to be great while we complain about the plot, so yeah, maybe that's a problem.
Maybe.
But narratively, they could be good. You just have to hope.
Copium in full force.
It's true. It's true.
Well, I'm with you.
Oh, there's this... I just remembered one of these memes. It's a My Hero spoiler, though, for its origin. So, I'm just going to leave it.
Okay.
Next to manga.
Public security showing the fucking Chainsaw Man shirts how things are done.
Oh my god, yes.
Brain person and Katana Man just fucking took out the entire church.
Blasted him. Now we just gotta see Reize. It's almost like Fujimoto was hearing everyone be like, but is this person alive? Yes! But is this person alive then? Yes!
The answer is yes to everything.
So Reize's there. Reize's somewhere.
That is a conversation I really want to see, and I don't want it to be just like offhanded. I want there to be some deep implications. Shit. Some deep shit between... Because, like, that's the only other person Denji's had a crush on in the whole series. The only, like, female character he's had some kind of emotional connection to other than... Because Power was, like, a sister.
Yeah.
Friend thing. Him, Power, and Aki were, like... Siblings dynamic, you know what I mean? Well, Aki was more like the fucking...
Almost like a dad, but yeah like an older brother.
Yeah. But... Him, because otherwise, other than Makima, you know what I mean? But we all know how that ended.
Yeah. So I saw people, because we thought that it might be the Cosmos Fiend at first, because they both have exposed brains.
Yep.
But I think that might just be how they died, like the original body. I think the nails are the actual, like, indicator. I also know Cosmos Devil had her brains in a ribbon, but I think it was a ribbon because it's the infinity sign.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that was her, like, indicator.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw people online saying that this might be the Curse Fiend. Because nails are used, like, for curses in Japanese culture. And I tend to agree, because she was, like, pinning them up in the poses the Cursed Devil does when it killed people. Because that was Aki's weapon that he had.
Mm-hmm.
So I was almost inclined to agree. And this also just hit me. This is the second person we've seen transformed from the Justice Devil. Is the Justice Devil on some shit right now? Asa's friend turned into this exact kind of abomination from the Justice Devil.
Yeah, and the Justice Devil is just... Because the only other way that devils get all these contracts and shit is if they're in the jail cells from public security.
Or if people are just stumbling on them.
Yeah, and the defense force or whatever goes down there, and the devil hunters go down there and make contracts with them, you know what I mean? So there's just... The Justice Devil's just out and about giving random contracts to people.
It's sus. It's sus as hell.
Sussy, wussy, bossy.
Also, this is random for it, but I saw that little Kobeni fight scene again that she had against Katana Man, and I swear it's got to be the fucking future devil she has a contract with, because she's just so good at fighting. The way she cuts off his arm, grabs the gun out of the air without looking, shoots him in the back 3 times without looking. I swear, it's got to be the future devil.
Yeah, probably.
It's someone public safety has. She's very cautious. She didn't get into this job to get hurt. Like, she got into this job just because it's a paycheck.
Well, that girl needs to stay out of this job.
She does. But it just kind of hit me watching it again. I'm like, if I had to put money on something, I wouldn't go, like, acrobatics or anything like that. I'd go future devil.
I don't know what I would go. Probably, I don't know.
It's something, though. She's got a good contract. Like,
yeah.
You didn't get that way just working out, honey.
Sorry, but Kokuraku
Okay.
Guy's next chapter says it's coming in 14 hours.
15 days. 14 hours. I thought that was days when I first saw the number.
But I'd probably want to go the Kishibe route.
I want Kishibe. I want Rize the most.
No, what I meant is, like, not taking a contract and just
just being awesome. He does have contracts, actually.
Does he?
He does. And oh man, it's hard for me to remember exactly how. I think it was one of Quan Chi's fiends could see the contracts people had, because someone specifically mentioned that he has a contract with the Knife Devil, and it was like 2 other weapons, really. But she even mentions, she's like, you've given up a lot of your body, though. I doubt you're even using those contracts.
Kishibe's given up a lot of his body, then, huh? What is he giving up?
Probably organs, I would guess.
Yeah, see, I'm not down with that, though. I'm not down with being like, oh, yeah, because you don't know what they're going to ask for, either.
Yeah, I had the I almost feel like he only got devils that made him summon weapons. I would bet it just helped him get more knives.
The only person that I know of that got nothing asked for in return was Aki, because the dude wanted to live in his eyeball to see his death firsthand.
He did get something out of it and let him fight for a bit.
Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't have any negative repercussions from it.
Oh, yeah,
He didn't take anything
didn't
from it.
do anything. Yeah.
He's like, nah, I just want to see how you die.
Yeah,
Because how you die is going to be awful, man.
It's
going to suck.
From saying the future is great to, oh man, yours isn't. Pretty bad sign.
Brutal.
I just want to see Rize now. I don't know where... I especially don't know where Chainsaw Man's plot's going now, though. Maybe more Justice Devil. Maybe finally get to what this Lord of Terror is going to be. But now I just want the small moments back again. Give me talking to Rize. Give me Kishibe. Hell, give me Katana Man in front of Denji. Wonder if Denji will remember him.
Katana Man? I
feel like you
would
should,
hope so, but
it's, who could tell?
I don't know. We'll see. I would think he would, or hope he would, because Denji's not, well, he kind of is the forgetful type, but, like,
He is.
I feel like that was a big moment. I mean, because that was the first time that he was, like, aware of the fact that, well, no.
His actions had, like, a knock-on effect.
I was about to say that someone's death could affect people, but I'm like, he really felt that with Pochita first.
Yeah.
But, like...
He was feeling, like, consequences of his actions. Like, it's something that he did came back to haunt him for once.
Yeah. And he was close to her. You know what I mean? They made that promise to be like, I'll help you with Makima if you help me with Aki. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's going to remember the dude that killed her.
Probably remember kicking him in the balls a billion times.
I bet you he mentioned something about that.
Ain't you that guy whose balls I kicked?
How your balls feeling, bud? I'll make a chainsaw foot and kick you again. Just picturing that in my mind's eye. Oof.
I was just thinking of that time that I walked in and said, I'm Kagura Bachi, and proceeded to Kagura Bachi all over everyone.
The edge in that show is fucking so sharp.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm reading Shojo Null, so it's pales in comparison to the edge in that. They literally flipped off to camera in Shojo Null.
But Kagura said that he doesn't heal his scar, so when he wakes up in the morning, he wakes up with a fresh hatred. Fresh hatred. Come on.
I thought it was a banger. I thought that was a banger line.
Yeah, but I was just like,
I can see where he's coming from.
I'm cutting myself on all this edge.
I mean, I'm a little desensitized. It's the Shojo Null edge.
True. I did read Shojo now, too, but it was like, I felt like that chapter went by like fucking
I will say, though,
lightning.
I especially wish you read this newest chapter, because I think they did a lot to humanize the main character this time.
Okay.
He had a conversation with someone younger than him and in distress, and I felt like the humor and the way he was accommodating to her and everything kind of added a little warmth back into him. His facial expression was still complete deadpan.
Yeah, just monotone the face.
But like he cooks for her something nice, and the way he talks to her, and like it was very human, and I appreciated that.
Good.
I'm sure you'll agree when you read it.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll read it next Sunday when Chapter 4 comes out.
Yeah, and then not Chapter 4. I won't lie, I'm actually really enjoying it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Despite wanting to hate it. Because I do still want to hate it. I still see a lot of posts about it.
The memes are just everywhere. That
It's a
YouTube
lot.
short I showed you everywhere. Everyone's on the Kagura Bachi. Are you Bachi-ing your Kaguras?
Are you Bachi in your Kaguras? I wonder if I saved one that I didn't send to you. Oh, no, I sent the Twitter one. I thought you hated being on Twitter. Why are you still on there? So every day I can wake up with fresh hatred.
Oh, shit.
So I might as well transition to Shojo Nun next. Since
Yeah.
you mentioned it.
Yeah, that's right. No wild strawberry.
It's a good chapter, though. It was actually less edgy than the last few.
Yeah, and
It likes to push being super dark, though. And I really feel like it's the word push.
I was looking, because I was like, they're really teetering on the about to be off the app and onto the fucking web browser.
Yeah,
That's
also.
what I was thinking. Because just even the second page, when they're all the Gaijin are in Gaijin. Gaijin, right?
I think Gaijin.
I don't know. But they're all
if I had to logic my way through it, I'd say Gaiden is Gai, so I'm going to say Gaijin for Gi whatever.
Yeah.
J.
But all the dudes got off-screen killed, except for the 3 that came in.
And it looked cool while she was doing it, too. Like, this is some of the better, best-looking action we got, too.
Yeah, some really good shading.
Dude, everything looks good. I just feel like that, again, that word push. It's really trying to push the darkness and push the edginess. When I kind of like the moments where it's just like them chilling, them smiling. Like, obviously I want dark shit to happen. I want there to be plot. It's just something about it feels very in my face with it when it does it.
Yeah, and then they're pushing the fucking psycho cop to be like even more crazy.
Yeah.
The coke lover. But then she just got found out last.
I did like that.
The very last. But it's like, first off, the dude's driving. When people drive, I'm not looking in the windows of houses that I'm driving by when I'm down the street.
Was that a little girl?
It's kind of a little weird, but whatever.
Will I find evidence in these windows?
I guess they need to.
He was doing some coke.
They need to progress the plot. But
his
also,
hands are on the wheel. Yeah, he's not even chilling. Like, he was driving by.
And also, from the screenshot of the picture, it's like, what happened to his house? Because the last time I remember, the outside of his house looked like a bomb went off. But I've always noticed that the inside doesn't look like that. But now, in that image, I'm like, oh. Okay, I just guess the house is just normal now. But
I have to see where that goes.
I think it's good. I'm liking it.
Good.
I'm also liking. I think we're finally getting the keepers. I want to say. Well, I say that, but it's just Shonen Jump. But
Oh, like some of the ones that have legs?
Yeah, so like Wild Strawberry, I see some potential going forward, you know what I mean? It's got the shonen tropes that are in it, and a unique premise that people are going to be able to latch onto. Shojo Null is more of an iffy one.
I think they'll both stay, but because they're both Jump Plus and not in the magazine. So I think they'll both stay. Because all of these ones that get axed are usually the ones that are in the magazine.
Yeah.
So Martial Master Asumi is the one I'm scared of losing, which the plot's been really good, so it better not. Like, it has momentum.
So maybe there is hope for Gokuraku guy, because I don't think that's in the magazine being monthly at this point.
Though, I've noticed this now with all of these stories. I believe all these stories like to set that end goal early.
Just in case.
Just in case, so that
But
they
then
can wrap it up.
Then you run into the issue that when you reach that end goal, what the fuck do you do afterwards?
Because Ginka and Gluna rushed straight to their final boss, which wasn't introduced. But then I noticed with all these other ones, Martial Master Asumi, his like final goal, he's met his brother, who he wants to fight, and who's gotten him into MMA now. So it's like, at any moment, they could end this plot if they want to.
I'm just going to inject this quick, and then we'll move off. We'll come back and talk about it. I totally thought that Hoshino's brother in Kaiju number 8
I thought he was dead, too.
Dead.
I absolutely thought he was dead. 100% thought he was dead.
I was like, who is this guy? What is going on?
I also noticed that with like Shojo Null, they can go fight the cop right now and end the story. You know what I mean? If they want to end the story, they leave the outs there to do it.
Yeah, well, I at least see for Shojo Null, because it's like, okay, he wants to do something with that cop because he killed his dad and that other lady that he was fighting with.
Yeah, his Gijin nurse mommy.
Was she a Gijin? Was she just...
She had a thing on her head.
Maybe she was. Oh, yeah, because that would like instill his appreciation
knowing his
for
dad
him,
was a resistance fighter.
So, like, yeah, they could take him out, but then he could just carry the mantle and resistance fight against a larger organization.
Which is what he's going to do. I'm just saying, if they had to end the story early...
Yeah, they could just
that's where they would nip it. And all of these stories seem to do it.
Well, because, Wild Strawberry is the same way, where it's just like, okay, go to the mother plant, either...
Done. Yeah.
And
Fight
I would
boss.
assume kill it, right?
Yeah.
If it's the mother plant, that's
free the world.
Free the world of this shit. End of story. But then you run into the problem of like, well, I don't want to say it's a problem, but fuck, what anime was the manga was the perfect example I was just thinking of. I don't know, I lost it, but like another one would be like Demon Slayer. Muzan's the end all be all.
And he meets him in that village really early too.
Yeah, but Demon Slayer's 150, 180 chapters. Yeah. So it's not like it's a short story, you know what I mean? But I'm using it as the example. Once you know from really early in the story that once Muzan is dealt with, the story is over. There's nothing else that can be told in the story. You know what I mean? There's nothing.
Have to Aspel to do it.
Exactly, and it'd be bad.
Same with Wild Strawberry. If they destroy the mother plant, it's like...
What are they doing after that? Same with JJK. I know it's already said it's going to end, but once they beat Sukuna and Kenjaku, there's nothing else. There's no story there. What is it going to do? Go back to the beginning of the
fight some regular ass curses.
The curse of the week story again. You know what I mean? It's like it's not going to be like that.
We'll get that as an ending montage of what the characters are doing after the story.
Yes. It's kind of like, Bleach had that problem. I think. Because I don't know what happened or why it happened.
In what way had that problem?
Because I vividly remember reading this chapter. It was also an elongated chapter. It was like 50 pages. When Ichigo beats Aizen and loses his Shinigami powers, and he beat Aizen. They have some chapters with some closer chapters out of it. That last chapter of the Aizen arc or whatever is an extended chapter. It's 50 pages. It's on very long chapter, and at the very end of the chapter, Ichigo completely loses his Shin Megami powers and unable to see.
We're done.
He says goodbye to Rukia, and she disappears before his eyes, like starts fading away. He can't see it, and it was a somber moment. Done.
Perfect tearjerker ending.
I thought that was okay. Bleach is over.
I was wondering what you meant by that problem, because I'm like, it's kind of the opposite of that problem. Wouldn't it be like they fell into the trap of ass pulling farther?
Yes, because the only reason I knew it still went is the next week when I went on the same site to keep reading Naruto.
New Bleach.
There's a new Bleach. I was like, what the fuck? And then it started the full rank arc.
We need New Bleach. Does he get his powers back and then happily ever after with Rukia? Like,
because then they brought in the Quincy's, which I thought that was kind of stupid because it's like, Ishita's a cool character, but he's never been all that strong. So how are you going to make an army of Quincy's be that strong?
We're going to give them all incredibly meta powers.
Can we talk about Bleach for a minute now?
Do it.
With the Thousand Year Blood War.
Yeah, go for it.
So now that the end, because I watched Bleach, when I was watching that weekly and reading it weekly, was my favorite anime. Full stop.
Yeah.
I believe it was Tuesdays that it aired, and that's the first, I would immediately, nope, I'm not hanging out with anyone after school, I'm not doing anything.
Bleach time.
It's time for Bleach. Go home, watch Bleach. Whenever the chapters came out, I read them the same day, too. And at the time, this was high school era, I think Bleach ended a little after that, or maybe it did end when I was in high school, like the manga. Don't remember. I have to look up dates. I was just excited to see Bankais that I didn't get to see before. You know what I mean? I wasn't really paying too much in the story, especially towards the latter half of the story. I don't remember too much of what happened, and because of the Thousand Year Blood War anime, I've been avoiding. I'm not going to go back and read it. I just I'll experience it more in the anime. And then maybe reread it to see what was added. There's just like so much that, because Bleach is like narrative, right? Its world building is so cool to me, like the Soul Society aspect of things. But also at the same time, very confusing. Because it's like, okay, you die in the human world, then you go to Soul Society. But you've never once shown someone that has died in the human world in Soul Society. So where do they go in Soul Society? Are they reborn in Soul Society?
In those poor districts.
Because and
then
I'm like,
outside of the relevant story beats.
Because then you're also saying it's like, okay, Soul Society is supposed to be heaven, right? If it's heaven, why is there a poor section? And then also,
it doesn't look very much like heaven to those guys.
Then also, but it's like, okay, but then the people can be born in Soul Society. Like, Rukia was born in Soul Society. And then also, you age there. So it's like, Soul Society is not the afterlife. It's a place that people are born, raised, get
it's
old,
another
and die.
dimension that somehow humans go to.
Yeah, so that's just like, whatever. That's not what I'm trying to get
Bench
at,
that one.
I was just like, you can like, I was hoping the anime would do more to like stretch things out a little bit, but like, because there's stuff in like 5 to 6 chapters worth of content in like each episode. So like, I've even noticed some episodes like that just the pace is just
blasted,
flying by. I'm like, just slow down just a little bit, just a hair. And I'm like, the biggest thing that I have a problem with is I think Kubo, I don't want to say wrote himself into a corner with it, but I think a lot of animes do this problem too.
I think of JJK this whole conversation right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So, well, we're going to talk about this, actually, because it ties in very special to that, because what I was going to say is in the sense of stating who is the strongest in the verse off the rip. So you got Gojo and Sukuna.
Yeah.
And then in Bleach, you have Yamamoto and naming like Kenpachi. They like...
I thought Kenpachi.
Well, Kenpachi is.
Yeah.
He just is. But it's like... It's funny because like at the beginning of this, Shonen has this problem too. It's like... Ichigo had no business winning any of the fights when he came to Soul Society.
No.
It's like, how did he beat Kenpachi? You can pull this left, right, and center. Bullshit. I mean, that's a great fight. It's an iconic fight. I love that fight. Narratively, afterwards, when you're trying to say that Kenpachi is like supposed to be the strongest Shinigami, that's what Kenpachi means. But then you say that, but then it's like, yeah, but Yamamoto still is like right there.
Yeah.
And then the whole Kenpachi thing, it's like, okay, but then Unohana's also right there. And then I'm like,
apparently you guys had a history.
yeah, and then it's like, okay, I would say also Byakuya is like the worst matchup for Kenpachi in the history. Like, Kenpachi tanks attacks. That's his thing. Simbo and Zakura is the last thing you want to tank.
Byakuya wouldn't even have to get close to Kenpachi. Like,
yeah. So
he would know to keep his distance and would do it.
So, like, yeah, Kenpachi's like an animal, especially his Bankai. But I'm like, it takes him a while to get there. At the end of the verse, maybe you can say, yeah, okay. But then also Ichibei. Because it's like, and then Ichigo too exists. So it's like, once Ichigo beat Aizen, you can't have Ichigo fight anyone other than the big bad, but then you have to do things to keep Ichigo from fighting the big bad so that other people have reasons to fight.
They still choose to power boost him in the middle of all of this problem.
Yeah.
I thought that was so crazy in 1,000 Year Blood War. The part I saw where they're just like, and now he's even stronger. He's come to terms with all his sides. I'm like, he walked into this as the biggest dick on the table already. When he came into the Soul Society, everyone's shit brings me like, we're saved.
So I still... The Ichigo that came in Season 1 that came into the Soul Society, the only Quincy in Soul Society that was beating him was Yuha. Ichigo would stomp any one of the other...
Oh yeah, this is undeniable too.
Because you could tell it on their faces the second he
So
comes
they literally
in.
power boosted
like,
him just to catch him up to Yuha.
Yeah.
Which they could have just done while fighting.
Which again is that the problem I have with Yuha too, is he just rolls.
I have a lot of problems.
Yeah, he just rolls in, and Yamamoto, the way Yamamoto gets, I think the problem with Yamamoto, the Yamamoto problem is that he's too strong. And you have to get him out of the way. Like, I think Aizen played it pretty smart to get Yamamoto out of the way, but I think Yamamoto played it too stupid.
Because he was already the strongest when Aizen was getting him out of the way, and then when Yuha had to get him out of the way, they gave him like 3 more powers.
Yeah.
3 separate Bankai abilities.
And also nerfed him with no arm.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, wow. Wow, did you need to do this? He was already the strongest.
That's what I'm... So, like, because I think that all the time is, like... He made Yamamoto...
Too much hype.
He made Kubo made Yamamoto too powerful, I would say, because...
Clearly. He
Yamamoto
didn't need to raise armies.
Just picture Yamamoto using Bankai in Fake Karakura Town against fucking Aizen. What is
There's all the people I ever killed Aizen.
It's like, okay, you can be like, oh, but Yamamoto's under Kyoka Seigetsu. It's like, Yamamoto activates his Bankai, and then his next words out of his mouth to Yuha is like, we need to finish this quickly before me standing here destroys the Soul Society. So, his
pokes
west...
the ground and it eradicates matter.
Yeah, his fucking Zanka no Tachi West.
Yeah,
the flame cloak is the temperature of the sun. The second he turned that on in Soul Society, everything exploded.
Imagine if you had that in Karakura Town.
Yeah. So it's just, okay, just standing near Aizen's going to melt the flesh off his bones eventually. You know what I mean?
Wonderweiss would have been nothing.
Well, yeah, I don't think Wonderwise would take out the Bankai, but he was designed to seal this Shikai and then turn his own. So I think that Aizen was smart to do it that way.
Yeah.
But then Yamamoto was standing there doing nothing the whole time.
Zanka no Tachi, right there.
I just picture it. I'm surprised I've never seen a meme of this. Someone's got to have drawn it somewhere. Because you remember when Ichigo's standing there watching them all fight Aizen, but then they all stab Momo.
Yeah.
And then Aizen just goes around and cuts them all down. I just picture Yamamoto sitting in a chair somewhere watching it all go down. He was sitting there watching Aizen just kill everyone, just like Ichigo was, and not stepping in to help him. It's like...
This is too... You don't hunt rabbits with a cannon!
Or it's like, as soon as the fight starts, Yamamoto seals Gin, Tosen, and Aizen inside the flame cloud, and then they all go fight the Espada and other Rancor. It's like, oh, they're trapped in fire right there, Yamamoto.
Just close it.
Use that...
Squeeze it. Fill it.
Yes. Use that fire sphere thing and take it out. Use your Bankai.
Use your cloak and start walking, bruh. Poke it.
Activate Bankai, Zanka no Tachi North. End them right there.
Do whatever the army wanted. Just have them collapse in on the orb. Anything you can do.
Yamamoto's
do something.
Big dumb for that. But then the same thing. So
he's writing hype. That's the problem.
Yes.
He's writing hype without thinking of the implications.
Yeah, so all of the fighting, the power system, Kubo does like many things beautifully. Character design fucking kills it, man.
Yeah, surely.
Every character design, he's so good at designing characters.
Design in general, weapons, attire,
power system, but like not necessarily power systems. Like there's certain powers that are OP,
cool.
but I mean the cool factors.
Yeah,
what I mean, you know what I mean. You can get in the nitty gritty of like
spectacle of the powers.
Yes, I'm not talking about like
when you see the black coffin go off and your dick gets hard.
Yeah, I'm not talking like structure wise of like okay, like Nen is better.
It is so cool how when they domain amplify their fists and clashes with Gojo's Limitless, and Gojo has to increase his Limitless output, even though the domain amplification is supposed to go right through it. He just ramps it, and it grinds back against it. And no. We don't need to hit that goalpost anymore.
No. But he definitely struggled with the plot after Soul Society. Well, the Rancor arc was decent, but people had complaints that it was basically
the Soul Society
Soul Society arc. You know, Rukia gets captured, brought to Soul Society. Hime gets captured, brought to
Aizen's so
Hueco
big
Mundo.
brain that he made the same system of Soul Society in Hueco Mundo.
Yeah. Yep, this Spada, the 10 Spada, you got the 13 captains.
Same table, same chairs.
Which I'm okay with, because I like top 6 Espada.
Ouch.
Well, Noitora's 7. He's alright.
Oh no, he's not. He's alright. No,
He's like
he's below average.
But like I don't know their fucking names. Like the 10th Espada is fucking trash.
No, I think you're just right that like just the top 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noitora would be the better of the bottom 4. But still
ass.
Yeah.
No, Pink Hair is probably the best of the bottom 4 design wise.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try and say his name, but everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
And his fight with Mairi was that's a dope fight. He's
design wise, I think he's the best of the bottom 4.
Yeah, but like the
Ulquiorra's iconic.
Ulquiorra's great. Stark, obviously my favorite Espada. Grimjow, second favorite Espada. Baragon, probably the coolest looking Espada. He got done dirty. Because that's another thing too. It's like that's like my biggest problem at this point in Bleach is because like Kubo lets you just like fill in the blanks yourself a lot of the times, and I wish those blanks were filled in by him. And like, why'd you have to kill Stark? Makes no sense. You let Haribel live, Hannibal.
Well, there's a reason.
What?
Big titties.
I was just gonna say, is you gonna say big titties?
I am gonna say big titties.
Because like
Stark does not have big titties.
I think that
because didn't Nell also live?
Yes, Nell's in 1,000 Year. Well, as the child form, you never see her as adult Nell again.
So maybe it's not big titties.
Maybe. Well, because Grimjow's alive too.
Yeah.
which I had already always thought because
I remember you
reading
thinking that back.
Because the last panel in the manga, it shows him, his eyes are still open, and he's, like, laying on the ground. It's the last time you see him, just full stop, until this arc. And he's not in the anime yet. Well, his hand has been shown. Like, he's, like, still, like, hidden, because you're not supposed to know who he is. But he's Grimjaw. We know he's Grimjaw. But he doesn't even have a fight. He kind of helps Kisuke out in a fight, but he doesn't do his thing.
It's weird.
Because it's like, all right, so this is my problem. Like, Kubo implements cool ideas, right? The Vasto Lords. Like, White is the only real Vasto Lord that we see. Ever. That has any explaining done around it.
Yeah.
Because all the other Vasto Lords were just turned into the Espada. You know what I mean? And it's like, Baragon just existed, and he was the king of Hueco Mundo as the most powerful Vasto Lord, other than Stark, because Stark was the lone wolf. He just wandered the wastelands.
Yeah, you did what all that.
Well, because what Stark wanted was a friend, but he was too strong, so every hollow he came across just died in his presence from his spiritual pressure. Yeah. So he split himself in two, making Stark and Liliette. And then Aizen found them in the thing. But, like, I wish that they explored that more, because, like, the Hollows were the original bad guys, you know what I mean? So it's like...
But no, we're on to a different race every time.
You could have, like, explored in the Ronka arc, you know what I mean? Explored the Vasto Lord side of things a little bit more. Or, you know, bring that into, like... And then the same thing is, like, Hollows are, like, Quincy's, like, kryptonite. So... The fact that they're not introduced more in this 1,000-Year Blood War arc is also
despite them being there, the whole story.
Yeah, and I mean, Grimjaw's kind of there, and like they microdose on hollowification to get their bankais back. How they steal their bankais back is because hollow energy literally, like, the Quincy's can't do anything with that energy. There's an explanation for it, and I'm kind of do, but it's like
I don't want to get back into stealing bankais. It's still the worst plot point I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I'm just talking hollows and Quincy's don't mix. And you mix them together, the hollow comes out, and the Quincy doesn't. Because the Quincy eats the hollow type deal. You know? I mean, other way around. Hollow eats the Quincy. So it's like... But then Yuha just rolls up. I mean, it's Harabelle. She's the third Espada. And gets fucking mollywopped, but then they just enslave the whole fucking place and just regular dudes. Like, Kyoge, the jail, is now the, like, you tell me the Hollows can't overthrow this clown?
Nope.
Like, what?
Not even on their home turf.
But there's just things in, like...
Actually, it reminded me a lot of Promised Neverland, skipping over the part where Emma and everybody were in Demon Society for a bit.
Yeah.
That was a gigantic missed opportunity, and just some of that stuff you talked about with the Vasto Lords kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that I feel that could have been elaborated more on Bleach.
It's just like JJK, just guys, slow down. Let's have some character moments. Let's have some world building moments. Let's have some softer moments here.
I think this is going to be so, like, the words that are escaping me, I'm just going to say it's I think One Piece is spoiling me in that sense, or ruining me in that sense, because not to say, oh, One Piece, you know, best of the best, moments. But One Piece takes its time.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, and it explains everything. They leave mysteries.
I want some more genuine character interaction in JJK. Less Gege talking to me through characters, more characters having genuine interactions with each other.
Yes.
Like, the one time in the Peanut Gallery, I think there was actual good character moment, is Maki grabbing Yuta's shoulder while he's, like, gripping his sword from Gojo dying. That was actual, like, character expression in that.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
I think it's just that it's been 3 months now of just straight combat.
Just in the weeds right now.
There's just no...
Just talk it out a bit, guys. Megumi's gone, and I feel like Yuji hasn't even really talked about it at all.
Kugisaki got thrown to the side.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just tell us in that moment when he asked Megumi? Why you have to make it a mystery or whatever?
Yeah.
For what purpose? What
and now,
purpose does
Megumi doesn't look like Megumi anymore, so, like, if Nobara came back, would it even be, like, emotional get-back Megumi moment anymore?
Exactly. So, why did you leave that up in the air? Is she dead or not? Just fucking tell us, Gege.
Slow down, Gege. Slow down, everybody.
There's no need to rush.
The character moments have been the best moments in all of my favorite mangas. Chainsaw Man, Dandadan, it's the quieter moments where they get to talk and be themselves.
Well, that's why Dandadan's the top. It's just that simple. Dandadan does that character development, so you know what I mean? They do it better. I don't know. Just there's things that I'm seeing in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc that I'm like, oh, why didn't you expand on that a little bit more? He sprinkles in.
It's all rushing.
Well, I understand the 1,000-Year Blood War arc part because he had medical issues going on. Shonen wanted him out. They wanted Bleach out of the magazine. You know, what I mean, especially towards the end of the 1,000-Year War arc. It's like, whoa. And then also, it's just like another thing too. But it's bad writing. So Ichigo is in Soul Society, right?
Yeah.
He gets brought to the Soul Palace. He goes to the Soul Palace. He trains there quickly. Then the Quincy's invade Soul Society again. So he comes down to Soul Society to help them. But by coming back in, he breaks the barrier that was there. So now Yuha goes to the Soul Palace. But then Ichigo's there. He doesn't really fight anyone. All the Sterners try jumping him, and he's just like casually dodging them. And then all the Shinigami rally up to be like, yo, you ain't jumping our boy.
Yeah.
So then the fighting continues. And then Ichigo goes to see Kisuke, and Kisuke shoots Ichigo back up to the Soul Palace. But while Yuha's up there, Yuha does everything he needs to. And then he comes back down, and Ichigo's up there.
So he's just reacting to the destruction.
Yes. And, well, no, I lied. Ichigo goes back up there. They have a mini confrontation. Ichigo uses his Bankai, but Yuha has the Almighty now, breaks Bankai, and then he comes back down. And when he comes back down, he comes into Soul Society and is greeted by Aizen, and Aizen's like, yo, with the famous line, welcome to my Soul Society. And then Ichigo comes in, they have a quick half a chapter fight, and it's over.
It's over.
Because that's where you see the real rush. And then I'm pretty sure there's 2 chapters after Yuha's beat. That's it. There's one chapter.
There's more resolution than there was fight.
Well, yeah, but not even that. The resolution is the next chapter has. So I don't even remember quick things, and then the next chapter after that, I think it shows later on, and it really just shows like Ichigo has a kid now, or maybe his kid wasn't shown until I don't know the health, which I don't even know if that's gonna happen or not.
I have no clue.
I would assume that if anything, he's gonna wait until the anime finishes, and maybe he's just taking his time to draw it up. You know, take your time, dude. Get like 12, 15, 20 chapters on the pipe stream, and then just let those trickle in while you slowly work on the next ones. You know what I mean? Because that chapter was fucking. It was good. I mean, the artwork was there. It wasn't rushed or anything because you had infinite time to work on it. You know? But, like you said, slow down, guys. Really did.
Let your characters have some moments.
Like Dandadan.
Because, like, again, I think it's a peanut gallery. They all just kind of showed up there. They're all just suddenly there in JJK.
Yeah.
They're all just suddenly there for like, seemingly no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
Just got the class president's fucking sexual vampire fantasies.
I like that we were totally right that she noticed him moving those boxes too, specifically.
Yes. And then fucking Momo daydreaming about fucking.
I took screen caps of that.
Yeah.
Because it's just so... Dandadan's just so realistic with its romance. Like
her face at the very end when she comes down, she's like, "Oh, Ken's here. Let's go see what it is. He brought home another girl."
Yup.
It's like, poor Momo.
At least I was in distress. I'm glad it didn't immediately turn into drama.
True. Well, yet.
Momo
hasn't had time to react.
Like, her daydreaming getting interrupted, it was just so cute.
Those two just need
to
fuck.
It felt so real.
It's like, how are you still nervous when you surfed on the dude's naked body?
They were fighting. They had to.
What more is there to be scared of? So, it's a line that fucking Luffy used on a character in One Piece, actually a few episodes ago. This scaredy cat character bites Kaido. And it's like, you just bit a Yonko of the sea. What more in the world is there to be afraid of? It's like, you just naked surfed on this dude. What more is there to be nervous of?
Love.
Yeah, I know. Teen love. Raging hormones. I get it. Still.
Glad you brought up One Piece, actually, because we finished it.
Oh, the live action?
Yeah, we did.
Nice. Yes. So now that you have seen the Fishmen in all of their being, what did you think?
It's still alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still alright.
Because I know you had your reservations. You were worried about how they were going to look.
Though, why did they have attractions up at their place?
As in, like, theme parks?
Yeah.
I think
because Osborne Park wasn't a theme park in the manga.
It wasn't, but I feel like they tried to showcase that because it's like in Arlong Park, because like that party that they had right before the fight and everything that Arlong had.
Yeah.
And I think they were trying to go for a vibe like, oh, this is like a...
It felt too buggy for me.
I thought it was like they were trying to make it like a Tortuga type deal.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a pirate stop-in type deal. Pirates can come in, do some...
But clearly wasn't, because he was like racist as hell.
Oh, yeah. He's
also.
Super...
So, like,
Arlong is
no one was
racist.
welcome there.
Yeah. It's weird. It was a weird dynamic, but I was like, yeah, it's weird that there's...
That's my only like gripe there, really.
I thought the Fishman that looked the best was the one that Usopp fights.
Yes. Yep.
So like, that guy looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. He looked perfect and just, yeah.
The one Sanji fights looks exactly like he does in the anime. I was like, wow, they killed it.
They both looked better than Arlong did.
Yeah. And the one Sanji fights looks most...
Yeah.
Like he does in the anime.
Because the other guy had like the long lips in the anime.
Yeah, he had those big long
Thank God they didn't do that,
lips.
though. Thank God.
That was bad.
I loved the Nami moment, though. So powerful. When she finally asked for help.
Well, that's a huge... see, for me... It's hard, though, because it's not really... I mean, I shouldn't give him shit for it, because it's like... You feel it much more in the manga and in the anime because the build-up is much grander. More. But you can't do that when you have the time constraint of an 8-episode series that you're trying to fit multiple different arcs into.
And they did fit all of her beats in there, too.
They did,
with, like, what led up to it.
With her sister, they told the whole
the
backstory
mom,
and everything. So, it was good. I liked it, but I was like...
good.
I was like, this is great. The only thing that I didn't like that... Now that I think about it, actually... The village didn't know... Yeah, the village didn't know that Nami... I didn't like that they cut that. Because in the anime, they know what's the deal with Nami. They know that she's trying...
The whole time?
The whole time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they know the whole time. And they... Because that's why they march on Arlong Park at the end. Was because they're like... We've bit our tongues and held it, so as long as Nami kept smiling, we would endure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until she set us free. But now Arlong betrayed Nami. He can betray us, but he's not betraying her. And then that's when they run off, and she tries to stop them from going. And they're like, nah, this ends today. So they go and try and raid Arlong Park, and that's when she asked Luffy for help. But I was like,
I love that.
Yeah.
Buggy gave him the bird also.
I thought Buggy was awesome.
Buggy is great. He was great.
I like the. I was worried about it when I saw the trailers. I was like, "Ooh, Buggy looks kind of weird."
But he just played it.
He's
Played
just
it so
great.
good.
I thought that. I mean, it's just bar none. I think it's just the best anime adaptation that's been made.
I also love Shanks getting Luffy's poster.
Yeah,
it was nice.
That's pretty.
A good scene.
Yeah. He's just drunk off his ass.
And Mihawk being the one to bring it to him too. Yep. That's so cute.
That's how it went in the manga.
Being like, I see your interest in the boy. Because not in the anime is when he told Garp too, being like I see Gold Roger in him a bit.
Oh yeah.
Which I liked.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think too, because it's already approved for season 2.
Good, because Rogue Town next.
But his problem that I see,
it's pacing wise, because it got Rogue Town, and getting to Grand Line,
Alabasta,
Chopper, then Alabasta.
Oh yeah, Chopper, Alabasta.
Because they get to the Grand Line, which is where they first see Baroque Works. Because they meet Baroque Works before they get to Chopper's Island, where Zoro takes out the 100.
Yep.
People, then Baroque, because they can skip the Giants and Mr. 3 if they really want to, because I think that's Chopper, then Alabasta, which is a Little Hope.
What?
Well, it's Reverse Mountain before all of those things too.
Yeah.
Because they have to show Reverse Mountain. They've been hyping it up on the map and everything too. Nami was saying like.
Yeah, it's Rogue Town, then Reverse Mountain.
So yeah, Rogue Town, Reverse Mountain. The 100 people, Chopper, Giants, Alabasta.
Well, because I'm trying to think here. I don't think that Chopper was there for Whiskey Peaks.
I actually don't think he was either, so...
Because
maybe
Nami
he was the
gets...
last thing before, because it probably was the last thing for Alabasta, because Vivi was getting a little like more antsy about stopping, but was like, okay, Nami's sick, we really do have to...
Yeah, because
this is fine, we'll make time.
Because it was Nami and somebody else that was sick, because I remember Luffy carrying them on his back up the mountain.
Yeah.
To get to Kurehas.
Nami was already sick, I bet someone else got that condition in the snowy tundra.
I think it was Sanji, to be honest with you, or maybe Usopp. I don't remember. That's so long ago.
Actually, I think one of them went with Luffy because Luffy was carrying Nami already, and I think it was Sanji.
It would make sense.
I think he was kicking off like the wildebeests.
Yeah, so they could cut the Giants part and just work in
Mr. 3 some other way.
Into
the Chopper storyline, probably.
And then same thing, cut the...
Because Wapol kind of sucks anyway, so let's get more people to the Drum Island.
They could sum up, maybe not the 100 people, but because that's how they meet Vivi. With those people, so meet her somehow. But then, like, the first, 3 or 4 episodes have to be... tie that in, but then you're like, okay, because if you're going to start Alabasta, it's going to be weird doing Alabasta in half a season and then another, because Alabasta's
I think they could do it. I think, now that I think about it, it's a lot of travel time in Alabasta.
It is, and then somehow you got to work, do you work Ace into that, or do you not?
I think they could do it. I think they'd have to do, 4 episodes, though, even at their rate.
Yeah, because what 3. They do for the Smoker stuff is just make all of the Garp stuff in season 1, Smoker in season 2.
Yeah.
You had Garp chasing Luffy throughout all of season 1, have Smoker chasing Luffy throughout season 2, because that's what he does.
They'll have
from Logue Town to the end of Alabasta, Smoker's chasing Luffy.
I wonder if they're going to force Kobe into it somehow.
Probably. Which
I'm down for.
But then, because I was thinking this too, because it's already approved for season 2. It's like, okay, so say season 2 comes. Well, actually, no, I lied. Well, I was just about to fucking give Netflix way too much credit, because it took them 5 years to make season 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, Because I was going to say, watch the fucking Netflix catch up.
With all the realistic sets they have, too, and
yeah,
shit
I was going
like
to say,
that.
watch Netflix catch up because they're doing so much.
Happening.
No, it's not happening. Especially because Oda wants to end within the next 3 to 5 years.
See, when I think hour-long episodes, I think they could probably do Alabasta in 3.
Yeah, because you could, like you said, it's a lot of travel time, so
it's like, and if you do like a nice 3-act setup too, you literally get to the first place they go to, then they go to the town that's droughted.
Yep.
Luffy takes his first loss somewhere in that first episode.
And then
because then you want the second episode to at least end with them in his prison in his casino.
Right. Who's that dude? I forget his name. It's not Cobra, that's King Cobra. What's the fucking dude's name the resistant leader?
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about,
So they
yeah.
just meet him, and you cut out a lot of the fluff that was in it, and try and just
keep
condense
Pell,
it.
because that's an emotional moment, even if it gets undermined. Which it might not, because, I mean, they killed Mary from Usopp's arc, so they might kill Pell. Which they should. Pell should have died.
Well,
Hashtag.
Oda wrote that he died, but then had to.
Do you have to change it?
He was asked to change it by the people. I don't know if it was the editors or like Shonen.
Oh,
I think that's what I read somewhere that they had to like you
that
can't
upsets me.
you can't write in a death or something like that. It's like, and Oda's like, and I took that personally because then in every flashback since
Someone's died.
someone dies. Oda murders people. If you're in a flashback, if you're a character introduced in a flashback, it's like
Joe over.
It's One Piece like law that if you're introduced in a flashback and you have not yet been introduced in the main story, you are not living through the end of that flashback. You are dying.
You're done. I can see they're doing it. I wonder if they have to make Drum Island super short. Which is also fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Wapple.
It's Wapple. It's the
Chopper.
story with the doctor's nice, but they can cover that story in a small amount of time.
I would be more worried about them, the animation on Chopper.
I wanted to bring that. Do you want a Muppet or do you want CG for Chopper? There's a lot of people that's like a hash. Well, I saw it on a Mother's Basement video. It's a hashtag make Tony Chopper a Muppet. I think he should be CG.
I mean, unless they can get a Muppet that, because One Piece is the most, season 1 is the highest budget of any TV show of a season.
The best damn Muppet in the world.
Well, Baby Yoda's
He is,
Muppet.
and he does. They do some like CG blending and CG with it too. Like he's a Muppet sometimes. He's CG sometimes when he moves.
Yeah. So if they do something like that, but
you know what the thing is with Grogu though, is 80% of his body is covered by a cloak.
yeah, it is.
It sure is.
And not
There's
Chopper.
a reason for that.
Chopper's got a much bigger head than,
And he's got the
Grogu's got
transformations. It
Yeah.
has to be CG at some point. He won't be Muppet 100% of the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless
I
he's
think
just
CG,
sidelined.
CG, it might have to be CG, but it's like that's an expensive, because they did a lot of practical effects in the first one. But what do you think is more expensive? Building a prop, building the entire Baratie,
Or animating it.
or
Probably
CGI
building it.
Yeah,
'Cause that's why no one builds sets anymore.
yeah. I think it's just got to be animated, CGI'd in.
I think it's probably the better option.
It's gonna be a tough one, and then, I mean, it's a ways off. It's 2 more crew members later, but then it's like, then what do you
Brooke?
do with Brooke? Yeah, or
Frankie? Oh,
Frankie.
no.
Well, no, because Frankie pre-time skip is.
I wonder if they just tone down the size and just make it like more cyborgy looking.
Well, pre-time skip Frankie, it's not, and it's the forearms that you gotta do. Post-time skip is the weird one because that's more cyborgy. His arms are literally robot arms. Yeah. I still miss his hair though. His hair
What
was
about CP9? That's gonna be a fun one.
oh yeah,
Giraffe Man.
The Zoan type devil fruits in general.
Yo.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be a challenge for them to pull off. But if they did this well in
Oh yeah, they have my faith.
well, because season 2 we don't have to worry about because Crocodile, that's easy. You just gotta do CGI some sand in
Wabble's gonna actually be harder than Crocodile's gonna be.
there. Mm-hmm. But I think they can do it, no problem, because it's still not anything crazy. It's Mr. 3 is gonna be wild. Like,
here's my giant wax cake.
yeah, or Mr. 2. Fuck.
Is that Tutu Man?
Yes.
Awesome.
He touches people and then can take on their
face. They'll be able to do that.
It's not just the face; it's
their
full
whole
body. Yeah. Bon Clay.
I love for how goofy the crew is. They knew immediately to take care of that problem the moment they learned Bon Clay's powers. Like, okay, we're gonna get ahead of this one, guys, by like 2 steps.
Well, they made friends with him like instantaneously.
They did,
but
then they're still like, you know what?
They had to fight after because Sanji fought him.
Let's make extra sure to be ahead of this problem before it's a problem.
Yes. Put the X on our wrists.
And cover it up.
Yep.
Because that's the even more genius part is the covering it up.
So I don't think they even had to use that up. Well, maybe Sanji would have.
Like right away.
Yeah, been in that fight.
I don't remember if he did either, but I'm guessing that's how it went down.
But it's okay because they're friends with him, so.
Yes.
I love Bon Clay.
So Kaiju.
Yeah, Kaiju.
Thought that dude was dead for sure. I just want to circle back to make sure people get the emphasis that was a Kaiju statement. I cannot believe Hoshino's brother's alive.
Yeah.
After all that.
For real. And then he admits, he's like, yo, he's been chasing me this whole time, not knowing that he was far better than me.
You don't know how fast these people catch up when they devote to one thing. That's why I demeaned him. To keep him down, not to keep him up.
But it only acted as fuel on the fire that propelled him to the moon.
And I didn't even think we were going to get a Mina fight, but I'm actually kind of souped that we're going to get a Mina fight now.
We were actually talking about that, too.
Yeah.
Like,
especially with her, like, rolling up on the tiger, too. I'm ready for this fight, man.
How is she carrying that fucking giant
I know!
Gun? Like,
and she got the coolest kaiju to fight, too. The weird demon brick with faces.
Yeah,
that
right?
thing's rad as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Crying as it blasts everything. Man, I'm ready for this one. He saved some of the best for late, man. Ooh, I feel spoiled.
Yeah, right? Maybe she'll be the one to lose.
Oh, she better not. Oh, no, that is the coolest kaiju.
Right? And also the one that would hurt the MC the most to have lose.
Yeah, that'd be the motivation punch that thing down, wear himself down a bit before 9 shows up.
Yeah. Because that's the only one that's left, right?
Yeah.
I think.
I'm pretty sure, unless Reno has his own fight, too. Do we even know how to counter him? Has anyone seen his ice?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Only that one big-ass kaiju when he used it the first time, but then that kaiju died. So
yeah.
I wouldn't say...
And 9 wasn't there. So it's like, I don't need a Reno fight, though.
No.
Reno can come in to be like a clutch help to Kafka at some point. I'll take that. That could be Reno's role.
Yeah, just to...
Support.
Support the MC against a huge fucking threat. But... It was like a quick chapter, too. I was like...
flew by.
I just started this 3 pages ago. What do you mean it's over already? The fuck?
It's just everyone being like, yeah, good job, Hoshida. Woo, Hoshida.
Yeah. Promote that man to captain.
It's true.
100%.
He's got the best suit, too, because he gets a whole ass tail on his.
Yeah. Tail broke, though, so...
Better come back. Better attach that shit back on. Pull that out of the kaiju he fought.
Kaiju number 10 was ready to go, too. He's like, let's keep going. And Yoshino's like, no. We're done.
It's over.
And I'm laying here. My body ain't moving. Absolutely not.
I like that he gave the kaiju like a hats off though, being like, that was a good showing, dude.
Yes.
I'm ready for that Nina fight now. I'm feeling a little hype for it. Good, like, feeling it.
I'm definitely interested to see what this fucking weird cube's got to offer. You know what I mean?
Did we have a Spy X Family?
No.
It says 14 days to the next chapter.
It's 2 weeks. It's brutal.
There's like a kind of in between each chapter. It looks like. I don't think we talked about this, but I also don't think I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, she was just in the hospital.
Yeah, and then there's a nice gag with
It's
Bond.
short too. It's only 14 pages.
Yeah. I can leave that one.
Poor Lloyd, man, just fucking exhausted.
Can't get his damn rest. Like they slams the door back closed.
Well, I mean, we'll have more fucking Spy Family because the anime is coming back.
I know. I'm
week.
so excited. I was so happy that the day it, like they announced was so close to present time. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. New season's already started. I mean, a few episodes already come out. I haven't watched any of them yet, but because I was finishing up all the rest, I think.
Well, they don't have it on here. Martial Master Oyasumi had their first volume cover revealed.
Nice.
Yeah. Hoping for it.
So, I feel slightly vindicated.
No, you do?
Listeners. After Kuhaku here shit all over Fate a few episodes ago.
Sure did.
Dude's
Stand by those words.
Dude's full on addicted to Fate Grand Order now.
Not even sure if I should call this one out here, but the other day when I said something about the anime this is what's being adapted, and you thought I meant Saber Alter stuff, I meant the entire game. I meant, you say you don't care about the plot in a waifu game, but then you watch the anime adaptations of that same plot.
Just changed. You know why? Because now going through the game too, I totally see why most of it's not animated. Like the America one.
Oh god, there's an America one?
I'm in America.
Oh
right
no.
I'm like, wow, this is... And then like the London one I paid attention to because it had Jack the Ripper was there. Fucking,
oh wow, I might actually pay attention.
Mordred was there.
I still haven't read a single dialogue or let a single anything play at all. I hit that skip like lightning.
Well, me too, because I'm playing a game that I'm trying to collect waifus and not trying to read.
I just
Some of them I read a few of them, but then I was like, this is so long. So those cutscenes can be long, dude, and I'm like, that's so a lot of reading that I'm not. Because also too, like you're blowing through the story. I mean, I've been playing it for... Well, actually, no, not that long. 2 months, because I started the first week in August. And I come in, I do like 2 or 3, 4 battles, and then I'm out.
I probably shouldn't admit this on a public platform, but I just play it like a shitload at work. Quantum Aston. That's why I was doing all my like daily missions, get all my upgrade materials and shit.
Yeah.
Because they reset while I sleep before work. So then by the time I'm at work, I'm like, I got my Snap dailies, I got my Fate dailies now.
Well, yeah, you're just all in on these mobile games.
Well, Snap, I'm a hard advocate of Snap. I think it is an amazing card game.
Marvel Snap.
Though they know Snap is popular.
Zero interest in it.
It's so good. And no goddamn card packs, no rotating formats. That's the part that gets me the most, is rotating formats are awful. Every other online card game I've played has had rotating formats, and I've played Shadowverse. I haven't played Hearthstone, but I know they have rotating formats. Magic. Mm-hmm. So like the cards I'm getting aren't useful in a year from now.
Yeah, that's big sad.
Snap, they don't got formats. It's just play your shit.
Well, because you got what? Fate? What do you know?
I have Snap, Code Geass Lost Stories, Bloodline Heroes of Lithis, which is absolutely getting deleted. That's that one I kept getting ads for where it's like breed your champions into mixed breed champions.
Gross.
Yeah. It's not great. Fate Go, Pokemon Unite, which I've played on like 2 other platforms also. It's the Pokemon MOBA.
Mm-hmm.
Magic, which I've only played once since I've re-downloaded it. I played 1 match of Historic Brawl, said, yes, this is still Magic, and stopped. The Bleach game, it doesn't say the subtitle on here.
Brave Souls.
Brave Souls, and Honkai Star Rail. Keep in mind though, Snap, that is nothing new. I am so deeply invested in Snap. I think I've just done my 8th battle pass in Snap.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've downloaded Bleach Brave Souls a while ago, and only since this past week have I actually started playing, and it got me in deep.
And actually, on this point, because I wanted to mention games that I've been playing in general, let's also throw in the couple console games I've played this week. My Hero Ultra Rumble and Cyberpunk.
Didn't you say the My Hero game's bad, though?
Yep. My Hero Ultra Fumble.
Ultra Fumble.
Ultra Fumble. Terrible.
Sadness. But
I'm not even sure where I could point a finger and be like, fix this. It's just not that good.
I'm sad to see, though, that your AP is such... You're so low with your Fate.
Oh, yeah. Because of my dailies. I've done... Keep in mind, I've done multiple days of doing all of those dailies. So,
Yeah. Well, because you're still early in story, you're still low level, so...
Also, keep in mind, I got 380-plus characters now.
Well, once you get to the 90s, you can just keep them. You don't need to feed anything into them anymore.
Unless I palingenesis. Because I am gonna with somebody. I'm gonna use the grails I have.
I have not used a single grail. And you get one for each...
Story.
Each story you beat, and I got 2 out of the current event.
I was gonna say, it's really funny that I've played all these gacha games this week and shit, and I played the game that notoriously was terrible at launch, and yet the worst game I played this week is still that My Hero game.
What, Fate was terrible at launch?
No, Cyberpunk was terrible at launch.
Yeah, that one, yeah. Well, you've definitely played Fate more than you've played Cyberpunk this week.
That's true. Because I can't play that one at work, sadly.
Yeah. Imagine.
That game is so incredibly goddamn immersive.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah. It is there's only one word I would use to describe the game. I'd say immersion.
I would count that as a W.
It is an incredible W. Just the world's so fucking beautiful. People's faces are beautiful. I'm always making eye contact with people while they're talking because I want to see everything. I want to... Mostly because that's how I would do if they were talking to me in real life. I'm just so into it that I'm yes, you're speaking to me. I want to look at you while you speak to me.
I've been playing a lot of the Bleach game, but mainly still Baldur's Gate. But I'm almost done with that.
Almost to the end.
I am finishing Shadowheart's companion quest currently.
Nice.
I still want to finish Gale and Karlax because that's part of my main party.
Yep.
Then I have one more of the 3. You'll understand what that means later in your playthrough. There's 3 people. I have one more of them to kill. And then it's on to the final boss and all that stuff. I mean, there's other quests that I could do, but I'm it's okay. I mean, there's other playthroughs I could reload if I wanted to.
This is the time you're I want to beat this game right now. This feels like the time to beat this game.
Well, it is. I actually wanted to be done with it by today because the new patch for 14 comes out tomorrow.
Ooh.
And that's going to be bringing me back into that. I will be logging in every day to 14 again, starting tomorrow. That doesn't mean that I'll only be playing 14.
Yeah, you're going to try to squeeze in that.
But that just means now I don't have...
There's a time that's spoken for.
Yes. I don't have free reign to just play Baldur's Gate anymore. Which is whatever. But I'm almost done. So I'd say maybe 2 more days of playtime, maybe. Give or take, maybe less. Depends on how fast.
2 more sessions.
Yeah. 2 more, solid sessions. But, yeah. The Bleach game, man, it's just got me in.
I was just going to say, I've been playing the Bleach game.
You've been pulling in the Bleach game.
Yeah, I've done 6 story quests, maybe. I just beat Grand Fisher. Which, no, I just walked into the room and the cutscene for beating Grand Fisher played.
Yeah.
That's why I don't play it more, too, though. It's because, like, everything... It feels like I have spiritual pressure because everything that comes into contact with me is vanished from sight.
Yeah.
That game is so generous, though. I'm not going to sit here and complain about how generous it's been to me.
It is super generous, but also, like I said, too, some of the hard content that you'd be doing later is actually hard.
Good, because I got so much shit built up.
So I did a co-op quest, and the only reason I beat it was because the other person there. I did a very hard thing, and I brought all the 200 characters that I had that they give you. I couldn't beat the quest. I lost the quest. I was like, Jesus.
I need something in the middle first. I want to enjoy the game. That's what I want.
So what I would say then is...
Which means I'm probably going to go to the arena, to be honest with you, though.
Arena,
that's probably what I'm going to enjoy.
Arena's pretty cool. Did you do any arena matches?
I did the one to get Ichigo.
I did tutorial, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only one I did, too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what I would do then is... Next time you pull a character you're interested in, don't feed them the experience coins stuff. Level them through the story.
Never.
You're doing the missions, just... Because what I do is, I don't go all the way max level, because I saw you have like 6 or 7 people. You feed all your extras in there.
Oh yeah, because I hate all my extras.
I'm collecting characters though that I like.
That's all clutter to
Bleach, me. Yeah, but
if they're not gold, I don't care.
I do like certain. Like obviously, I'd want the gold version of those characters. But like if I want to,
because I see that in amount of ascensions to get them up rarities, and I'm like no. Because I also don't like that there's like 20 versions of every character.
Yeah.
Because then why should I care about these low rarity ones if you're also hatted, like Komamura level?
There's no 3 stars or lower that I care about. There's none of those.
No, I literally...
But 4 stars? I have a bunch of 4 stars.
4 stars gold.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's what I said. Gold or less. Less than gold.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah. 4 star. I think actually I like.
I do think I got rid of most of my 4 stars.
I have one 3 star though because I have white in the 3 star.
Because I don't want to get 4 to 5 and then 5 to pretty.
Yeah. But so if you go through story, I just grab a 4 star that needs experience.
I did just get Shinji, but it already leveled them up.
Yeah. I mean, you're still gonna like kill everything really quick, and then if you go to allies when you're prepared to battle, you can on-click that the support that comes in with you. So you
even that is going to 1000% increase my enjoyment. Because can I at least hit the button to kill the thing in one hit, please?
Yes.
I don't even get to see my partner's animation of what he did to kill the thing. Because they're just autoing it from a distance.
Yeah. And all supports in these games do is make me cry that I don't have the characters that they
I haven't minded in Bleach because again I can't even see what they're fucking doing. They literally loads in their little chibi and then it's over. Fate on the other hand, yes, that is absolutely a problem. I can't even tell you some of the ones that I've played that I'm like, oh my god, if I could get you.
Alright, which one in Fate do you want? Like if you could choose one character in Fate to add to your thing that you've used as a support, what character would you want? Be like, I need this person, like, right now.
I'm trying to remember which one became God and then destroyed the planet for their noble phantasm. I'm trying really hard to remember. I want to say it was Arjun Alter. But he literally became Galactus looking at the planet and just destroyed the planet. And I'm like, that's so rad. So probably that guy. There's also a dude that just summoned little planets to blast things with. I think that was Ozymandias.
And you also have who's your main dude right now that you like him? The
Napoleon?
Yeah.
Fucking boss.
Giant Armkin. It's like you got all these badass guys destroying planets, and I just have cute anime waifus.
Well, I pulled Napoleon. It's, and I pulled my Okita Soji altar. I'm so happy with that one.
I didn't even roll on her. I used some of my summoning tickets to foolishly try to get Musashi, but that ain't gonna happen.
See my friends in Fallen real quick. See if I can. Well, you also have Emiya though, and I'm kind of jelly of that one. But then I saw his level. That's why I'm like, this bro's not doing his dailies. That's when I knew.
Well, I also don't ever use Emiya.
Oh.
He's not even on my party.
Oh. Oh, there's this dude that I had as support. I've been waiting for the podcast to say it. Where his noble phantasm is he literally rolls up on a horse, takes off his mask, and his beauty damages the enemy party. I was like, this is what women think men are.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I just pressed the button.
Who would be your one pick also?
That's tough. Oh, no, it's not. Alexander, all day long.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I should have known that one.
Iskandar. Adult one, because I have the child, Alexander.
Emiya Assassin is also very tempting. He's the one that has like a submachine gun. It looks more like Kiritsugu than Shiro.
The Shiro face that everyone really likes is Muramasa.
Oh god, I hated Oberon. So I think I can't find them now, but I think it's Arjun altar.
I would want Alexander or Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan's a boss. I saw Morgan.
You take her as a support?
Yeah, twice now.
She does
get dope.
Darted damage.
I don't care about the damage. I care about the animations.
That too, yeah.
Those are good.
Sick. She's a berserker, right?
I think so. Yes, she absolutely is. Because I thought she was a mage, and I was surprised to see berserker, and then unsurprised.
Her noble phantasm is dope too. Roadless Camelot.
Like,
yes, that's awesome.
I had a saber whose fucking ultimate was just like a buff, and it made me angry. Yeah, it is Arjun altar. Yep, because I can see the picture of him. That's when he like goes Galactus. That's him as huge.
Yep. Isn't he one of the features right now?
The regular Arjun is.
Oh.
This is Arjun altar.
Yep.
There's more boom, bing, bang, wahoo to it.
Yeah, oh, look at that. Just a fucking... Oh, shit. He turns into that? Or is that what he looks like?
I think that's his final ascension. Yeah, I didn't see this either, though. I saw regular him.
You just cut the planet in half.
I think that's actually the whole star system.
Damn. Savage.
Yeah, so they'd probably be him.
Right, first off, is that a single target? Please tell me that's AoE.
No, it's gotta be AoE. I swear to God, if it's not AoE, that's some bullshit.
That would be some bullshit.
That would be some bullshit.
Have you used Alexander?
No.
As support?
No.
He's riding on his horse.
Good.
He's huge. This is fucking, you know who else you should look at? If you need an assassin, always look for the first Hassan.
I don't need an assassin. I did use the first Hassan for fun, though.
He's just...
but I have Jack the Ripper. I don't need an assassin.
Well, because if it's battle where it's just the up arrow for like saber
they're
up,
just better. Yeah.
Then I'll take two.
I usually go for whatever page it puts in front of my face.
Yeah. Well, sometimes because they'll put pages like up and down, which means that not only will they be effective in the fight, they'll also have certain enemies that they're resistant that have resist to them.
I only care about that for my dailies because those are the only ones that can possibly scale up to my level so far. And they do. Like, some of the last two difficulty dailies, like, make sure you look at that recommended level. Those things get fucking hard.
Yeah, I just beat Mordred's level 90.
They're so boring, though. The first dailies are super boring. The dailies that get you ascension materials actually do have servants at the end of fight. So those are better.
Yeah, because when you'll unlock certain, like, quests that'll upgrade their skills. So I got Mordred's second skill.
Is it the rank up quests or is it the interludes? Tell me now.
Rank up quests.
Rank up quests, thank you. Because I've been doing skill level ups, but I'll take a fucking...
Yeah. Because it like, before, I was literally, I pressed it and it gave me 4 critical stars. I was like, this is a shit button.
That's why you gotta do some of your dailies. They give you skill up materials, too, for the class it shows. So don't do it for ones you don't care about the class.
Yeah.
And then I think Sundays, the level up materials are random.
I'm sitting at 1884 for my AP right now.
Yeah, it's definitely the dailies that did it for me, because it's the only thing I'm doing different. I did wonder partway through, I was like, he said he had over 1,000 energy. Why am I at 70?
I'm closing in on 2,000. But you just started the 3rd single already?
Yeah.
Okeanos?
Because that's the other thing, too.
And
like,
I just started the 5th.
You pretty much, you more than break even when you do story quests. Like, I overcap energy more when I start going back to my story quests.
Yeah, 100%. So if you just focus on that, you'll get your AP back, but...
To put back into my dailies.
So
I want to start capping some of these ones that I have over 80, but it takes forever to get those 1 levels now.
Well, because, like, I just did a whole bunch of the Halloween event that's here to get the Elizabeth's Battery for free, because you can get 3 of them from there.
Cannot wait to phase this bitch out. Her animations are terrible.
Are they?
They're absolutely awful. She waves her lance and drops like a little sparkly pumpkin on them. They're awful.
Well, because I have the Saber version of her too.
I have the Lancer version.
Oh, you mean just regular Elizabeth Bathory?
No, I mean Mage Elizabeth Bathory Halloween one.
She just drops pumpkins on them.
Yeah, I have the regular Lancer Elizabeth because I pulled her. I haven't used her. Oh. I have other Lancers.
So I just was going through.
She's also 4-star though, so I bet she isn't.
Well, what's good about this one? I haven't gotten there yet, but because they tell you that you can use event materials to pull more of the Saber version, so for the Noble Phantasm shit. But I'm not there yet. But each quest only costs 5 AP right now, so I'm like, okay, I'm not ruining my fucking AP. Because last event, the Da Vinci one, was you do a few quests at 5, but then you had to farm a quest that cost 40.
Ugh.
So I was losing AP, and I was like, it's not even worth it.
Well, that's the other thing with the dailies really quick while I have you on that. You might as well skip, only do the highest level one that you can take on. Because it's going to get you the best experience materials.
I can beat recommended level 90, but it's a tough fight.
Because it only goes up to recommended level 60, but I swear to God that it feels worse than that.
Well, because the only reason
I can lose my whole party to the recommended level 60 daily quest.
Yeah, it's possible for me. There was a story battle that I fought in at the end of the London one that almost got me.
Damn.
It was like on my last 2 characters, but we got through it.
Good.
But the only reason I beat the Mordred one was because I had Muramasa level 100 with me as a support, and
yeah, I'm going to be bringing a big D1 for that.
Mordred lived through because it was her quest, so sabers are up.
Yeah.
The whole rest of my party was dead by it, so at the end of it was just Mordred and Muramasa left.
Yeah, because I have Okita Soji's rank up quest, so I'm like...
The last one will be level 90. I don't know if they all are, but the last one 100% is level 90.
I wonder if Jax is here somewhere, though.
You might have to unlock it.
Yeah, I think some of them are actually on the map.
Excuse me.
I have some more words to eat, too. Honkai Star Rail's really good.
Is it?
It is.
I don't know.
I've got to shove a big foot in my mouth on that one.
I think I'm going to pass on that. I think that Fate and
Bleach is enough?
Well, Because another one that I was tempted to get a while ago is the new Tower of God one, because everyone's talking praise.
There's Tower of God, not Tower of Fantasy?
Tower of God.
Okay, good.
There's two
Tower of Fantasy is not...
Because there's also two Tower of God phone games. The newest one is the one people are talking about. I guess the original one was pretty good too, but everyone, I guess, is moving to the new one.
Interesting. I'd be... My ears would perk up for that.
How is your Code Geass one?
Yeah, you notice I haven't really mentioned that one, have I?
No.
It's not that great.
No.
It's not that great. And I feel like because it's so new, there's not much to pull on either, so I can't even get, like, hype for things in the future. I just keep pulling garbage.
I wish to Christ, and every god imaginable, the Gacha gods, that fate allowed me to pull as much as Bleach allows me to pull.
I mean, I did get Jeremiah, though.
Huh?
I did get Jeremiah, but it's like early Jeremiah. It's like orange Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't have anyone beyond, like, the Shinjuku incident. Like, it has, like, Cornelia.
Well, it could also be that you need to progress in the story. Because, like...
I hope not. That would make me sad.
Fate has that banner that's...
The story banner?
Story banner
Which
thing.
I might start hitting that now that I'm out of Rome, because I cannot tell you how much I want Nero. It's like the only saber of the saber faces I want is Nero.
Which is funny because that's from the Fate you hate the
most. I know! But she's also in the games, and she was also endearing in the games.
Yes.
She's an endearing character.
Bullshit, because obviously whoever wrote that has no idea who the fuck Nero is.
I know. It's like, look, she's vain, but she's not a bad person. Like, it's, yeah. But I love her.
I've used her.
Must protect. Vanasayo mio. I remember the goddamn line of her doing her noble phantasm because she gets it like every time when she was a guest character.
Yep.
Vanasayo mio.
There was I don't know. I want to be able to pull more, but it's like, one, none of the banners interest me. I would pull on Musashi right now because I would really love to have her.
But you have a saber.
I have
no sabers.
Yeah. So you need, and Musashi is a fucking...
I've been pulling on, trying to pull Cleo, and I have no clue what class Cleo is.
I fought her in the event, but I don't remember. She sits on this. She's pretty cool when she's like her...
That's all I need to hear is that she's cool. I was hoping she's a caster.
She's sitting on something.
So I could phase out Bathory.
I have Bathory as the new caster.
I have her in my party still, because her second ability, once you ascension her to get the second one, is increase buster effectiveness and inflict the entire enemy party with burn.
That's cool.
That part's lit, because I think she did it to me, and I was like... Because I have that, and that is useful. And her Noble Phantasm's fine. It does stuff. It does minimal damage and curses them. And I think debuffs them in another way.
So my thing right now is, with any battle that I'm currently doing, the enemies aren't strong enough to kill Mordred or Shutendoji for me.
I haven't had a story fight that gets me even close. Again, my dailies are the ones that really threaten me.
And Shutendoji's Noble Phantasm is just too good to pass up on. It debuffs them on like 7 different debuffs: attack down, defense down, gives them poison.
It's the only thing I hate about
damage.
Jack.
Single target
and ass. It gives her a damage buff against females. LOL. It's Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
And it does like 30,000 to a single target, I'd say. It's not necessarily awful, but it's just not an AoE one.
It's funny because both Mordred and Shutendoji is AoE.
I don't know Napoleon's yet, but Okita Soji Altars is absolutely AoE. She like dashes through them, slashes, and just does the Excalibur beam. Everybody's Excalibur beam.
Yeah, I've used her. She
nice.
was her feet.
Did you use her?
I don't remember.
Oh,
she's
actually final ascension.
I was surprised that her feet looked the way they did. She got those giant ass fucking.
I don't look
boots.
at people's feet.
I was just like, I just noticed the instant. It's like, oh shit, look at those boots.
There's like one time in Gacha they made me look at someone's feet, but that's about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just had
God, use my Napoleon. He's got like the best suite of abilities. I swear to God, it's so good. It's like a team attack buff, a NP buff for himself, like to gain, and then a team NP damage boost.
Nice. What class is he?
Archer. Arm cannon.
Yeah, I don't have any berserker.
I have my Kiyohime up there. I slapped her on there just because. She has a level 2 Noble Phantasm. She's level 17, though.
I have one rider, Child Alexander.
Yes.
But his Noble Phantasm is maxed, and also Max Ascension, which, because he's only a 3-star, is his max level is level 80.
I do hate that rarity affects level cap. That's a little kind of bullshit.
Yes. Because I didn't realize that, and then got the level. I wouldn't have brought him up that high. I would have left him at 50 where he was, because he's in my sub party. And my sub party never fucking comes up onto my main party.
Because you don't do your dailies.
Yeah. But even if I did my dailies, they're level 60s, and I don't think that'd be enough to get past.
Well, it's recommended level 60. They can.
I don't know if because maybe, but.
Keep in mind, I have two level 80s on my party and my support that I'm bringing in there too every time. And sometimes, not every time, keep in mind. Sometimes it just goes perfectly, but sometimes they die.
I did way too much Ascension the other day for characters that I'm probably not going to use. And I'm regretting it now because now my experience cards I'm running low on those. I used to scroll for days past them, but now I'm like,
dailies.
I'll do my experience card dailies.
Yes, that's the only one I think is really important. I mean, again, the other ones are like skill up materials. So if you know you're hurt into level up skills, that's where you'll go. And then the currency ones, which also don't reset. You can just do them infinitely because there's no different target farms.
It just sucks. 40 AP is so much.
It's a lot.
Is it one quest thing, or
that's why I'm also like don't
3
bother.
battles? Is it a 3 battle? So
it's 1 3 battle, so it's not like an arrow done. It's one infinity sign because you can do it more than once.
Okay, so I have to pay 40 AP once.
Yep, and do 1 3 battle.
Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe I will start doing those, and then just go to story and level up.
Because you also don't have to do them every day. If you see that it's a class not going to level up, you can just be like.
It would just be Assassin and Saber which sucks because it's Saber and Rider that are attached together, right?
Yeah.
In the quests, and I'm like, God damn it, I need Assassin.
Just funnel those extra ones into them, anyways.
No, or I'll just build up on all my Rider mats and wait for the day that I maybe get Alexander.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drop like $3,000 to guarantee that one.
Or just never spend St. Quartz ever.
I won't lie, that one banner. That's paid only. That's like you can get whatever 4-star or 3. Like you'll get. It has like everybody. On the
I saw that
banner.
and I was so tempted to do that.
I was also, but then it's so funny with Fate because anytime I'm tempted, I just open up how much St. Quartz costs. I'm like, yes, and I back out.
Yeah.
That's never happening.
No.
I have this weird gut feeling. It makes me nauseous of if I did that in the past when I played.
It also, that banner I know what you're talking about is a one-time roll-on only.
What? You can only do it once, and it only gets you a 4-star? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never tempted again.
Yeah.
I wasn't tempted anyways, though, again, because that's just so absurd. Because a 10 pull might as well be a 1 pull. I'm not going to 1 pull anything unless you give me tickets.
Well, no, that's what I mean. 1 10 pull is what you get out of it. You can roll on it once.
But that's why I'm leading to, so you want me to spend $30 for a 10 pull, which is practically a 1 pull. Yeah, suck it.
Yeah, no thanks.
I've done like 4 10 pulls on this Clio banner now, and I've gotten garbage. Complete garbage.
I never go into how much...
For no money, keep in mind. It's still free to play.
Yeah, I'm just saying, how much money would 1 10 pull cost?
It's really the regular rate. It's 30 St. Quartz, and then you have to buy like 40 Saints Quartz for like $35, I think it is.
So you have to spend $35.
Let me get the exact amount. Let's not speculate. This is going to be the last thing now.
Yes. Oh shit! I didn't realize it was so late.
So to get your 10 roll, you'd have to go up to. Actually, the 25 one gives you 16 bonus free. So technically, the 25 one for $24 for a 10 pull.
For $24, you can get one 10 pull.
Yep.
That's sickening.
Only because they gave you some bonus Saint Quartz free. Free.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absurd. I'm almost to my next 10 pull, though. I got 20 Saint Quartz right now.
I have like 137.
I still have the quest that keep ramping up to do free quests, and they'll give you 10 for every 10 free quests you do. So technically 20, because you're getting quartz from the free quests also.
Alright, so like 6 months from now, and then you can drop the banner for Alexander, and hopefully by then, with daily logins and story completion,
and summoning tickets from trading in my mana prisms,
I get enough stored Saint Quartz that I can roll enough to get Alexander.
You do use your green cubes, right? In the shop?
Nope.
You probably have so much experience you could just use right now, or let's end the podcast first.
Alright, yeah. Fucking gotcha games. Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom, we got
33. Take care, y'all. We'll see you next week.